Ooh, class. Let's start the video. Hi guys, and welcome to a new monthly favorites video. One of my absolute favorite videos to film like ever. Got carpets in this room and it sounds so echoey. Don't know why. For the month of January, to get beauty favorites out of the way, we're going to start with one of my absolute favorite little devices that you probably make at home, but I did not take the time to do it, and you probably could definitely make this at home, is the Color Switcher by Mona. You open it up, it's this tin can, and it has like this little black sponge thing. It's literally looks exactly like the stippling sponge you use in special effects makeup, with this duo, which comes with a tube of the little white sponge in the middle, which reminds me of a filter of a cigarette, but I don't smoke and I don't know why it reminds me of that. And you just like get your brushes and you go like this and you swirl it in there, and it takes all the excess like eyeshadows off your brush, and you could use a different color on the eyeshadow brush. That's why it's so great. It doesn't clean them, doesn't disinfect them, but in between switching colors, maybe you only have a few brushes with you while you're traveling. Literally, like I said, you could probably get your own sponge, cut it into a form of an old little container. It'll be a lot cheaper than this was. Next is the product. When I talk about it, I feel like there should be like angels singing from the heavens, because I've been searching far and wide from far off lands to find a mascara that doesn't bleed onto my lower lash line, and I went all day, literally from 6 in the morning to midnight, to have this mascara on my face. Didn't bleed. It's by Maybelline, and the mascara I used before was Maybelline the fall season. I loved it, but it did bleed onto my waterline. Didn't matter if it was waterproof or not, and I would have like raccoon eyes when I go out with my friends. They'd be like, "Are you okay? Did you cry a little bit?" I'm like, "No, I just look like that." And they'd be like, "Are you on like that time of the month?" I'm like, "No." And it's just like, just the mascara. It's not fun, but I found the solution. Maybelline the Rocket Volume. It has this too big of a wand though, in my opinion, and it's that weird like plasticky bristles, which isn't my fave, and like I said, the wand is way too big. But the formula of this, I haven't tried it in hail, winter, snow, rain, but I bet you it will last, because it is like marvelous. It separates your lashes really well and makes them look natural, and it does not bleed onto your lower lash line like the other ones did. It's a very nice packaging too. The blue with the pink is nice. Speaking of makeup, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you will hear me talk and rant about this palette by Morphe. They are competitors to the MAC eyeshadows. Yes, I know these are around $2 a shadow, which costs you, and like I said, they are just as good as MAC in my opinion. And they have the 35 in palette. This is what this is, and it's all the neutrals, and it's a lot of chocolate browns, plums, purples, golden tones, skin tones, a little bit of peachiness, and it is so good. I was doing makeup looks this week with it on. You guys are like, "Ooh, that looks pretty." It's like, thanks to Morphe Cosmetics. They are here in Hollywood, California, but they ship everywhere, I'm pretty sure. And these are so inexpensive. They're around $20, around that price for this whole palette. I need to go over and get me some more because they're so dang good. I feel like I'm about to hit you or hit something with this, and I won't. Next, I want to talk about something for your hair. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know I'm obsessed with dry shampoo. And Batiste came out with a new one, is the Paisley. Well, it's new to me and it said new on the bottle. I've never seen this before. I love Paisley patterns. And this smells like grandma's florals. More reason for me to smell like an old woman and semi-look like an old woman. I mean, I dress sometimes like an old woman. This smells like antique florals. I don't know how to explain it. The cherry one is really good if you don't want to smell like antique florals. These are so good. Batiste is very strong, but it just gives your hair volume and gets rid of the oil, and I love it. You go 2 days with this. I wouldn't go a little bit more. This is for second, third day hair. It's good for styling. You massage it into your scalp and it feels nice and it looks prettier. Hair brought to you by Batiste, not Tresemme, not Herbal Essence, Batiste. Speaking of hair, one of my absolute favorite things is the Tangle teezer. This does not tease your hair. It takes all the tease out though, and I have the inexpensive one that's like the Target brand by Goody, and it's probably all dirty and gross. I don't want to show you that much, but it looks like a mouse pad, like the old school ones with the windows where it did like those crashing noises of your computer back in dial-up. You guys are probably too young to even know what that is, but this mouse pad looking hair comb, there's like a smaller side for small hands, a bigger side for bigger hands, and just to get into, like, if you've teased your hair, if you get tingly hair very easily, if you have wet hair, this is so good. Next for my monthly favorites is right at my fingertips. If you guys know about, I have been talking about these, is the Sally Hansen nail wraps. Oh my goodness, there's these ones that are gold with purple. I need to find some more. And they just look like gel nails, but they're little stickers. It's so easy. It looks so complicated. Cannot tell you how many compliments I've been getting on my nails from random strangers. And I'm like, oh, thank you. They're just stickers. And they want to look at it. My hands aren't that cute up close because I don't get like professionally done manicures because, girl, it's expensive. I have to do it all myself. I need to find time to invest in myself. But I do the stickers on it and they are so, so fun. And I've been obsessed with the one that's also like the writing. It looks like love letters written on your fingertips. And speaking of fingertips, my next monthly favorite is this ring. It spins. It's an anxiety ring. It helps relieve stress and anxiety. In my opinion, it said on the description. I found it on Etsy. I'll put the link right here for the Etsy store where you can get your own, and all the links for everything down below. And speaking of rings, where I store this in with all my other rings is also something I found on Etsy with this little case, this little home for my rings. Look how cute. Like I said before, what helps with my anxiety is organizing things, and this really does help, and it just looks so pretty. You can use it as like artwork for all your rings. Like your favorites could go in here. Another monthly favorite is my first infinity scarf. I got this one from Mooncat. It is such a good quality scarf. It isn't too light, it isn't too heavy. It's right in the middle. It's a black flannel one and it loops around me twice, and I just thought it was so cute and it would go with everything, and it's a dash of flannel and I love flannel. Like a little bit of the 90s trend going on. It kind of looks like I took a lumberjack boyfriend sweater and just tied it around my neck and made it my own. Like I'm a crazy person, or I'm very, very loved and get to do what I want. But another favorite this month has been a podcast. I'm a little late to this bandwagon, but the podcast called Serial. I heard some of my friends talking about it. I'm like, I need to check out what this is about, because it's about crime and like death and murders, which sounds really creepy. I would not suggest this if you are younger than high school age. If you are like maybe 16 and older, I would definitely maybe check it. You have to have a strong stomach. It's very, very graphic, very, very violent. It's about a real murder case and you have to like solve mysteries. It feels like you're playing Clue in your head while you're listening to a podcast, as crazy as that sounds, but it reminds me of Clue, like I said, and a little bit of the Goosebumps story where you don't know what's really gonna happen. Very creepy. Very good. And I just finished the full season. I cannot wait till the next season comes out. It is so good and creepy. Don't listen to it while you're alone at home in the dark at night. That's how creepy it gets. And like I said, very, very violent. No young person should be listening to this. Speaking of creepy things, I found this artist on Instagram and she does very creepy watercolor paintings and I absolutely love them. I want to buy one for my own. I found her, like I said, on Instagram. She did this really cool video of her artwork transforming, and she has an Etsy store where you can purchase her artworks. They are just very well bled together paintings, and she doesn't really do many outlines or anything. Just the color she chooses is very like dark and a little bit like sad, but so interesting, and I am obsessed with her artwork and I really want one for my own. Speaking of hopping on the bandwagons way too late, my next absolute favorite of the month is a TV show called Friends. I know I am so late to this. Two of my very, very best close friends told me to watch this, and I'm like, okay, so I started on the first episode. I'm still on the second season, so don't tell me or give any away, but they just got Friends, the TV show, on Netflix, so I'm like, this is so good. I'm like crying to myself, all the emotion. Just the sound, it makes me sound really sad with the mascara and the TV show. But this TV show is so good. I didn't want to believe the hype. You know those things are really popular and everyone's like, oh, it's so good. And like, okay, sure, okay, whatever. And you check it out and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm addicted. That's what the TV show Friends is. I want to go on the tour to see the actual set. I am so Monica, it is ridiculous. I guess I shouldn't label myself, but it is so worth the hype. Next absolute favorite is a CD, and my friend Chelsea got me into Mr. Justin Nozuka. I can't believe I said Mr. in front of, but he's not that old. He's so good. He just like does acoustics and it's so soothing. He has like a little bit of raspy voice, and he's like this mixed boy who has very, very handsome face and sounding voice, and he does such an incredible job on putting together his songs. My absolute favorite album of his is You, I, Wind, Land, and Sea. And I think one of my absolute favorite songs is Heartless. It's really, really hard to tell which is my favorite song. The one that's called Kingdom, that one's really, really good. But if you like acoustics, you should definitely check him out. My very last favorite of this month of January is Chubbs the Wom Pug on Instagram. It's this Instagram account of this very cute pug, and it's all chubby and cute, makes noises, and I cannot tell you how many times I've done favorite videos probably with Instagram accounts, but I'm obsessed with Instagram. Who isn't? And I love just cute animals, and this one's one of my absolute favorites. It's just so awkwardly cute, and I love this dog. I'm like, can I meet it in person? Can I just cuddle with it? I just want to see it in person, don't know why. So that is the end of my monthly favorites. So check out the scarf, the rings, the makeup, just everything. The links will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me a comment down below on what new podcasts you guys have been listening to or TV shows. I really need some new podcasts and maybe another TV show or two. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I will definitely see you soon in the next video. Love you all. Bye.